Find somewhere to set this phone where it won't fall over. It's gonna fall over there. To the bottom, maybe. That works there. That works right there. Okay, guys. Pop in, pop in. I'll show you some that I've done already. Here's one. There's two for your journals. 3. There's 4. I made several of them without y'all, and then we're going to make some more. This one just says, very kind-hearted. Hey, Kathy. How are you? Alter paper clips. Not paper clips, but safety pins. Be cute. Inside your journal, on a pocket, or on the side where lace is at, or fabric. And this one here, I used one of those fishing swivels and put a butterfly on there. So this one's got a dangle right there. This is a little butterfly. Hey, Miss Cindy. Little butterfly. Got a stamp. Just a little cluster. But like I said, these can clip on your your lace or the side of your journal, inside on the pockets, or whatever. And they're really super easy to make. Super easy. We're going to start one. I'm just getting safety pins, and I use the smaller ones, not the tiny ones, but the small and the medium, I guess it is. That's the medium and whatever, but I don't use the great big ones, which you could, because you can make a bigger cluster. So you could, it's just I'm not. And I take strips of paper that will fit inside my safety pin, or this is cardstock. Fits inside. As long as it fits inside, you're good. And you're just going to fold you down a piece long enough that you think you would want your little cluster to be. Chop off that. I'm going to ink around all my little white edges. And a little distressed look. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it inside my safety pin, where the safety pin, the pin part is up. You don't want it down. You don't want to glue it on this part. You want to glue it on this back part. So put it in there. I'll go ahead and close my pin. And I am going to glue it down. Let me get my glue. The pin over there so I know where it's at. I lose it. And then you're going to use little pieces of ephemera, the little tiny things that maybe you get in kits that are too tiny really to do anything with, or just something you can make a little tiny cluster with. You use buttons, you can use other different things, and I will throughout here. I didn't pull any buttons over here, but I've got a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so that's glued down there. My pen moves good, and this right here move. Because another good thing is, if you have your journal, which, hold on here, if you have your journal, here's one I've been working on, so we'll use it. We'll use it. So if you've got your journal, and maybe you used a wider piece of paper, you could clip it in on your paper, just pin it in on your paper wherever, and you can always lift this up and have it as a hidden journal spot. And all, but of course you want one wider than what I got right here. We'll make one wider, and then you'll see. Let me set this somewhere. I'm running out of room over here. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's see what I'm going to put on it. I just stamped some of these little things here, so I think I want one of those. And maybe we'll use one of these little cards. And see, if I had this one, if I put this one over top of it, it would make it wider. And of course that would make a good little journal on the spot. And flip up and you can write something and put it down. And put it down. We'll use this one here. And all I'm going to do on here is ink this one. All I'm going to do, I think instead of gluing it, I think just to give it a little bling, I'm going to use a staple in it, just so it'll be seen. And it's a tiny stapler right there. And we're going to go ahead and glue it on here, and then I might put something else. This one won't have any lace. I might put a little flower, but I don't know. Don't know yet. Let me see what it's going to look like. I just want that. And maybe I will take a little flower. Let's get one of these little ones out. Haven't used one of those colors yet. And we'll use a pink. We'll use pink. These are tougher than you think. Ouch. Use this right here, and I'm going to get my glue gun. Put a little dot down, and just stick it right there. So there's one little cluster. One little cluster. I like this one. This is my favorite one. It's got the Tim Holtz little mini people on it. And I put a little snap, and I use some rust cheesecloth. That's cute. I like that one. I like that one. Okay, up for another. Let's get another one down. I want this size clip. Okay, where's my little paper at? I know it's going to fit in this pen. Just check to make sure, and it will. So I'm going to fold this one over. You can use ribbon. Ribbon will work too. Hi, Patty. Welcome in. Welcome in. These are going to be so fun. So fun. I almost put my pen the wrong way. Pen goes up. The stick part goes up. Hey, Wendy. How are you? Making these little pens here. I got one down. Make another. I got a little basket here. With some different ones with different ways. But with the pens, you can take and put you a piece of cardstock in there and have it to move, or you can put a piece of lace, a piece of seam binding works. I did one. This one I put seam binding just to see how it worked. I'm out of Fabri-Tac, so I had to secure that down there real good. But it works good because this right here is big, and you could take it in your journal. I still got to decorate. You can take it in your journal and put it down somewhere, like maybe I want to pin it. You could pin it to the paper inside the paper page, or you could put it on a pocket, pin it in, pin it in your pocket. And what you can do is it can serve as a journaling little spot. It lifts up, and you can have a little space to write and flip it down. So you can make wider ones and do that for your pages as well as this little one here. So that's a fun thing. Or you can take it and I don't think I got any lace on this one. She's not going to be that lacy. Let's see here. Or you can take them. I've got this here, this little folio. It's got some lace on it, or seam binding, and I can use that as well. I could take one and, like this little butterfly, I could take it and pin it right there on the seam binding, and that gives it a little extra bling, to it. Well, I'm glad you're still kicking. I've heard everything that's been going on, and so sorry. I went through that about 5 years ago, I think, and it was hard. It was really hard. And my little Miss Paola passed away. It broke my heart. Okay, so we got that. So that's how you can use them. Anyway, they're real fun to use. Let's see, this is going to blow out. Everything's going to pop out of it. Let's see if I can find some lace. We'll put some lace on this one. Hey Linda, how are you? Welcome in. So we put some lace down on it. And I guess I should go ahead and, I don't know what color cheesecloth to get yet, so let me think what we're going to do. What I got in here? A little bit of everything. Here's a little fairy. A colorful fairy. She's colorful. We'll use her. That's a fairy. So let's get her inked up. Good morning, good morning. I'm sure you had your coffee sitting out there with all them pretty hummingbirds down the way. Miss Linda. And then what else do I want to go with her? She's got to have something else. Maybe we'll put a flyer with her. So we'll have her on there. And I don't want white. So let's use some of this. I'll use a little bit of this. Some that I've rusted. Cheesecloth. I'm going to take the cheesecloth, get it to where it'll fray. Pulling on it. Okay, let's go ahead and get our lace down. Like I said, I'm out of Fabri-Tac, so I'm having to use my Berry Art Glue, which it works. It's just not as fast, or it's way not Fabri-Tac, but it will glue some down on it. So let's put that on there. Let's get our little fairy on there. Takes it forever, but I'm going to nip it in the bud here in a minute. Fixing to get my glue gun out. And I'm going to put some glue, hot glue down. We'll zap it there. She'll go down now. She will go down now. Hey Michelle, how are you? Making one that's got a little fairy on it. And then I will use, got some little A little flower there. Should I use it red? I think I'm going to. But I don't need two, I only need one. Only need one. And we use the heat gun. Glue gun again. Gotta get some Fabri-Tac. Okay, there's another one. Let's cut that one little piece off there. Cut that piece off. I'm doing good this morning. Doing good. Rise and shine. So there's another one. And like I said, it'll lift up. So if you wanted to put something behind it, you could. Isn't that cute? It's just adorable. Okay, let's use one, and let's use a little element with it. A little metal piece or something. Okay, so we got to get this again. All over. Give me a strip of paper. Hey, Tanya. How are you? Altered safety pins. This is cardstock, and I've just cut it enough to where it'll fit inside the pin. Watch, this will not fit. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Thank you, Wendy. You can make them any way, and there's, I mean, unlimited. We're going to make one here with a swivel on it, with a fishing swivel. That's what it's called. We'll make one with a fishing swivel. I want it to go this way though. I'm right-handed and everything, I want it this way. And you want your pen, the pen part, the stick part, you want it up. You want it to face up, or you never get a hold of it. I made one and made it backwards. So I'm going to glue this together. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Long time no see. Haven't seen you around much. But welcome in. Okay, got that glue down. Alright, let's get our backing part. I'm going to do something. Ooh, here we go. There's a big butterfly. That would look good. I'm going to put a number on it. Look around it, and this will give it a little bit bigger, and it could serve as a little tuck spot on your journal as well. I'm not going to put anything behind it, any lace or anything. I'm going to leave it just like that. But now you could put a big old piece of lace behind there. But I'm going to save mine for on top. And you just glue that. You can glue it over to the sides, you can glue it into the middle, but you want it to where that part's sticking up because it's going to serve as your little hinge. Your little hinge. So put that on there. And then down here, I'm going to use some cheesecloth. So since we've got it dark, I'm going to put some white cheesecloth on. I cut a hole in it. And now I'm working around. I got to get that out. Let's cut that. Jeepers. Ask me why I cut a hole in it. I don't know. It was fun at the time, I guess. So I'm going to put a little cheesecloth down on her. Right there. And then we're going to get a number. Oh boy. Okay, are y'all ready? Here we go. I'm going to look for a number. Look, I got one right here. I didn't have to go digging very far. Me and the Cricut. I got bored, and me and the Cricut had fun cutting little pieces of pieces of this stuff. So I've got boxes of pictures. I made envelopes. I made all kinds of stuff one day. Okay, so we've got that. We ain't going to use a swivel this time. We're going to put an eyelet in it. Let's put an eyelet. Let's put 2, because I got the little bitty eyelets right now. So we're going to, that's not it. This is it. We're going to put 2 up here. Two right there. And let's get them. And there's that one. Now let's do another one. These are these little bitty eyelets. Little bitty ones. Uh-oh. Mine is having a problem locking on me. I don't know if y'all's does that. I think I hit it with my finger here when I squeeze, and it locks it. Aggravating. Okay, then. Something's got to go there. What can I put there? Kind of looks plain right there, don't it? Oh, I guess we go with some Tim Holtz words. That would always work, wouldn't it? If I can find them. If I can find them. Maybe we won't use any Tim Holtz words. I don't think I can find them. Okay, let's just do something different then. Don't have any words, but I've got some letters. Let's glue a couple of letters down. I don't know if you remember, but we were doing these little letters and putting a jump ring over it, and then putting your what you call it, your glossy accents or your whatever. So I will put some letters down. I'm just random letters. Didn't have to spell anything or not, but so far I got a Y-E. So far I got Y-E. And I saw an S. I thought I saw an S. Maybe not. I need an S. How about yeah? It's just gonna say yeah. Yay, or whatever, however you say it. I'll show you. Okay, we got something up there now. Now it's not so plain. Couldn't find my words, so I made Y-E-A. Look, there's another one. It'll look cute on something. It will. I promise you. And then we got our eyelets on there. So that worked. Thank you, Linda. Oh, I panicked. I couldn't find any words. That worked. That worked. Okay, now let's do one where we use a little fishing swivel and all. Where we use the fishing swivel. That's going to be cute. Cute. So let's get another clip out. This one's going to be skinny. And I think I might fold it all the way down, because I do think I will use a word that I know I've got, but they're thick and they're on chipboard, so that's why I didn't use it a while ago. Okay, let's put that down. Alright, Let's see how big our chipboard is. Let's see. How about in the garden? We'll use that in the garden. Okay, so I can go ahead and glue this down and then ink it. Remember, put your safety pin where your safety pin is up. I didn't check that. You see, I would have had a boo-boo. I would have had a big boo-boo. And close it now. And then glue it down. You want it to hug it, but you still want your pin to move. But you can still hug it. Okay, let me cut that off straighter. Let's ink it. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. And then I'm going to use, I did some chipboard not long ago, my extras that I have left over. I take them and I put them on strips, and then I take the Tim Holtz words and I glue them on there. My battery's going dead. And I glue it on there. So I'm going to use it and we're going to glue it on this. So let's glue it down in the garden. And this will be a little skinny one, but we're not done yet. This one is a coiled safety pin, which means it's got the little coil on the end, the little hoe. So I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'm going to take one of these fishing swivels. I think that's what they're called. I'm going to open it up. Maybe. It's open. And I'm going to put it in that little hoe. Oh, is it going to put? There it goes. I'm going to put it in that little hoe. I'm going to close it up. And we are going to put a charm on it. There you dangle. Okay, we're going to put a charm on it. So let's get a jump ring. I did not bring any tools over here for this, so I'm just going to use my fingers. It's just this, so it'll be okay. I say it'll be okay because it's just this. So we're going to use our fingers and we're going to get this butterfly. We're going to have a little butterfly, and the little shiny butterflies. That's what we're going to put on here. So I'm just going to use my fingers. These are pretty. I heard those jump rings I don't use very often. They're not strong. That's why I'm able to just use my fingers and open and close it. So there you go. Now you got one that is on a pin, and actually I might use this one. This is in the garden. Let's see with this thing. My little folio. I love it. I'm in love with. I have to wait until I put something in here. But anyway, it will look cute in there with it dangling, but it has to be on the side. I want it to dangle. So we'll have to put me a piece of fabric down. Let's just do that right now while I'm thinking about it. I think I've got this piece of green that was staring at me, guys. It was staring at me. And I don't know how well this glue is going to do this. So I'm going to wipe it off and not use the glue. I'm just going to use my hot glue. Out of Fabri-Tac. I said that 5 times already. I'm going to scrunch it up. Got me some fabric on there. I'm going to pin this one. Pin him on. I want him. Come on, get in there. My fingers are too big for this little pin. Ah. There. There we go. Now she's stuck down. Isn't that cute? It's got a little butterfly that's going to hang off my folio. How sweet is that? This is in the garden. Aww. But there we go. And that'll dangle outside of it. Sweet. So there's that one. I like that one. I need to make more of those. More of them. Alright, one more, and I think y'all got the gist of it. You can use the little Tim Holtz minis. Make sure you have a paper, you know, your card, whatever your little card is. And put you some little Tim Holtz little girls on there, or whatever, little boy. And then I put a little number, and then I put a little snap on it, and that was it. That was it. Oh, thank you, Michelle. We're going to make one more, and I'm going to give up. One more. Let's see, I've used my little 4.5 number. I don't know. Let's see. Let's think of something here. Let's think of something. Alright, let's get another paper here. It's going to fit in there. Nope. This will though. I know this side will. This side will. Yeah. Okay. You can also use a ribbon. I don't know if I told y'all that, but you can use ribbon seam binding. This one right here, I put seam binding on. I had to do it like that because I have no Fabri-Tac. Let's see, are you using, I am using regular safety pins, and I'm using the medium to, it's not the smallest ones, but they're about that size. Not the smallest ones. But you can use the big ones too, you just bigger paper, you know. But with the bigger ones, like I was saying earlier, you could take a bigger one. Let me do it one more time. Well, we can use this one. You could put it on your pocket or whatever. Say you had one even bigger than this, and you safety pin it onto your paper or to your lace or to whatever. You can lift it up, and it can serve as a little journal, a hidden journaling spot, and then you put it back down. That's why you want it to hinge. Isn't that cute? That's a cute idea. I'm going to do it. I am going to take in this one, I'm going to put a piece of lace down and have it to be like a little flap over, you know, and then I'm going to pin it right on top of it. You know, that's what I think I'm going to do in this journal. But I like the idea of having a bigger one, even with the bigger safety pin. Take the bigger safety pin and put it in there, and then have a flip up. That'd be pretty cool, pretty cute. And this, like I said, here is just a piece of seam binding I used to hold it on there. So, yeah, it'd be pretty cute. Hey, Helen, how are you? How are you? I'm loving your jumbo dolls. I did a journal on that, and I had so much fun doing that little journal. So much fun. Some little jumbly dolls. Okay, I don't want this big pen. I want a smaller pen. Okay, so you want to make sure your pen's up. Make sure the pen part is up. And you put it on your little folded piece of cardstock or seam binding or a piece of lace, whatever it is you're going to use as your base. And then you glue her down. Whatever you use as your base. Put it back on there. Let's see, I've done used that and that. I don't have anything special. Let's see here. Maybe I can find another little fairy or another little something something. You know, I could use this. We could use that. And maybe we'll use an envelope or a photo or something to go on this one. Or maybe a little picture. I don't know. It'll come to me. I need a piece of lace to go behind it though. I think I'm going to go with this darker lace. It's like a plum. Don't throw it away. I put it over there. Okay, and I'm going to have to use some of this. It's curling up. Okay. Guys, you gotta have fabric tack. That's all there is to it. And you gotta glue it on your base too. So glue it down on your base. Pin up. Glue her down. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Helen. Can't wait to see it. I love those little dolls. Okay, now, should I get a little envelope on this one? Maybe we do an envelope. Maybe we'll take a little picture. Where's my pictures? Maybe we'll get a little picture to go on it of somebody. Or maybe we'll do a postcard. How about that? How about a postcard? I'll sing a postcard. I saw a postcard now. I'm not joking. I know where some is. I'll get a postcard. I got some in it. Now, okay, there's a postcard. Oh no, I'm so sorry. It's still flying on my end. I don't know why it froze. Sorry about that. Thank you for the stars. Thank you very much. I'm going to ink around this envelope. This in. Let's glue the postcard onto the envelope first. Kind of catty corner it. And then let's get some cheesecloth. Lighten her up a little bit. Lay it just like that. I'm going to put my hot glue on here since I don't have no fabric tack. strings. Kill me. Put that down. It's cute. I'll turn it up a little bit. A little too wide. And it'll fray over time. Especially that cheesecloth. See? Okay. Now I was going to take a little picture and stick that in there, but I think I'm going to put a number of some sort. Let's do a little number of some sort. I don't want that one. Too big. Oh, it says no goods. I don't know about that. There's some 4s. If I could get it under that envelope lid where I had glued it. Oh, I can handle that. I can handle that. That's where it's going. Sold. Okay, phew, good. Let's get a little stamping on it. It's too plain. There we go. Isn't it funny how that makes a world of difference on there? So there's this last one. Okay, guys. We did this one here. Remember, I couldn't find the Tim Holtz letters. Did one there. They make great tuck spots. They make great little dangles. We put one on that. We put a piece of fabric on the folio, and we went ahead and we dangled one with some a fishing swivel that hangs out the butterfly, and we just put a little word on there, and that worked out perfect. And then we did a little fairy, and I've got a bunch more in here. Here's another one with a word that I will do a little swivel with. I like those little swivels. Here's one that's got an eyelet on it right here. What else we got in here? We just got one that looks a little vintagey or shabby. Just a little butterfly. He's on a gold pen. And he's got a little bling on him. See, he has a little bling shine. We got this one here I used to swivel on. And it's sunflower. I put one of them little letters on there. And it's got the little butterfly. A bird. I love birds. So there's a bird, and I used my little liquid pearls on this one. Here's a little shabby one. Shabby Pinks, New York. I had to try wax seal, so I got a wax seal on there and all. So there's the wax seal with some gold on it. Another bird. Another little shabby one with some pink flower. A vintage stamp. It's got lace on it. And we did another one that's got some lace on it. It's got a butterfly. And then, of course, we got the big one here. And it was done with some seam binding as the little holder. Some seam binding. But anyway, guys, there you go. I hope that made sense to you. And I explained it pretty well on how to do them and all. So anyway, have at it. They're very addicting. I'm going to sit here probably all day today and make these little things. So I'm going to come up with all kinds of ways to make them. But anyway, I think I'm going to get off of here. My phone's fixing to die. That might have been why it froze up, Helen. It's because my phone's fixing to die. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I will see you guys. Bye-bye.